Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network. Mike Peterson with you here on the call for the Dirt Slingers Wicked Energy Going 410 Outlaw Series race here from Lanier. Looks like you got about close to 24 cars in the pits here tonight. Going to head down to qualifying here shortly. Looks like we're going to have 3, maybe 4 heat races on tap. Going to have 40 laps for tonight's A main. All right, we're going to send it down trackside for tonight's national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we're back here. Qualifying bout wrapping up. Michael Sheridan is tonight's Balducci Trucking Pole Dash Award winner. All right, 3 heat races on tap here tonight. Gonna get heat race number 1 lined up here. Got Jeff Peterson in the booth here. Also, the little brother helping out here tonight. He's going to help out probably a little bit of caution action and stuff like that, but he's here hanging out tonight. Good evening.
Evening.
All right. Getting ready to line them up here for heat race number 1. See if I can get this to work. It works. Mike, start on the pole here for heat race number 1 in the Dave Blaney Sim Team. Mohawk by Sam for Wiki Cushion. Number 15, that is Michael Sheridan. Starting on his outside in the Black Diamond Motorsports. Tim's Dirt Track Simulators UDTV. From Jacksonville, North Carolina, that is John Batista. Starting in the 3rd spot in the Sky Kings Design number 18, that is Austin Simmelman. Starting 4th in the number 3, that is Carl Hoffmans. Starting in the 5th spot in the Kinzer Racing Sim Team Border Tire Wiki Cushion from Franklin, Pennsylvania, that's Braden Eiler. In the 6th spot in the number 16, that's Brady Baldwin. And starting 7th in the number 15, that's Carter Chevalier. And starting in 8th in the Black Diamond Motorsports, number 80, that is Josh Stanky. Going 10 laps here for heat race number 1. Getting ready here. Pace truck's off. Michael Sheridan on the gas. Green flag. Sheridan right through the middle of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. John Batista is going to settle in second. Austin Silman in third. Braden Eiler is in fourth. right up against that outside fence. Braden Eiler, new paint scheme, looking good. Brady Baldwin in 5th. Carl Hoffman 6th. Josh Stanky 7th. Carter Chevalier 8th. Michael Sheridan leading lap number 1 that time by. Still John Batista, Austin Simmelman 2nd and 3rd, with Braden Eiler rounding out the top 4. Battle for the 2nd spot shaping up. John Batista on the outside. Austin Simmelman on the inside. Side by side here through turns 3 and 4. Braden Eiler wants to get into that battle as well. Side by side, still riding for this 2nd spot. Going to see the cross flags next time by. 5 down, 5 to go here in heat race number 1. Michael Sheridan pulling away now by just under 3/4 of a second. John Batista on the outside. Austin Simmelman on the inside for 2nd and 3rd. Braden Eiler still riding in 4th. Brady Baldwin, Carl Hoffmans. Josh Stanky back here in 7th. Carter Chevalier taking it to pit road. He's going to end up in 8th. 3 laps to go this time for Michael Sheridan out front. But the battle is still raging on here for that 2nd spot. These guys want to get into that Balducci Trucking pole dash. John Batista, Austin Simmelman. Batista is going to take it at the line that time. 2 laps to go. John Batista, Austin Simmelman, Braden Eiler wants to get up into that top 3. White flag in the air that time by. Sheridan still out front. Batista, Braden Eiler this time looking. He's going to take over that 2nd. He wants the 2nd spot. Michael Sheridan will win. John Batista 2nd. Braden Eiler is going to get 3rd. Austin Simmelman, Brady Baldwin, Josh Stanky, Carl Hoffmans, and Carter Chevalier. Norm, glad you enjoyed that, my friend. All right, going to get heat race number 2 lined up here on the front straightaway. 8 cars. Starting on the pole for heat race number 2. I don't know why it says Gatorade 125. That's not what we're running here. All right, starting on the pole in the number 83, that is Chance Crum. Starting on his outside, in the elbows up, Sim Sport. Fairway, number 85, that is Tyler Shell. Starting in the 3rd spot in the Team SETI Group holding Rockstar Production from Pittsboro, Indiana, that is Mason Hannigan. Starting on his outside in the Twisted Motorsports Balducci Trucking, number 888, that is Al Balducci. Starting 5th in the Team SETI Group holding Wicked Relief Gum with CBD from Ontario, Ohio. That is Kevin Click. Starting in the 6th spot in the number 5X, that is Krusty Kruger. Starting 7th in the elbows up, Sim Sport over the wall, number 21, that is Shea Paulo. And starting in 8th in the Dave Blaney Sim Team Wicked Cushion, number 19, that is Jeremy Zarfos. Green flag in the air. Underway here for heat race number 2. Chance Crum out front. Tyler Shell in that 2nd spot. Mason Hannigan right in 3rd. Al Balducci 4th. Kevin Click leaning on Jeremy Zarfos down here. I believe, or Shea Paulo, Both cars going to fall back to the rear of the field. Kevin Click in 7th. Shea Paulo in 8th. Battle at the front of the field is Chance Crum. Tyler Shell out front, pulling away from 3rd place, Mason Hannigan. Tyler Shell is going to throw the slide job. He's going to take the race lead here off turn number 4, leading lap number 3. Chance Crum battling back through the middle of the racetrack. Al Balducci is going to try to take over second. A little bit of contact. Both cars go for a wild ride. Al Balducci, Mason Hannigan battling hard for that 3rd spot, going down the back straightaway. Come together. Going to go back and see what happened to both of those guys here. Al Balducci came up. Mason Hannigan was right there up against the outside fence. Had a great run there off turn number 2. Both cars going for the same real estate there off turn number 2. Got together, went for a wild ride. Looks like Al Balducci is going to take it to pit road. I don't know if Mason's going to take it to pit road as well. It looks like he's going to stay on the racetrack, so we're still going to have 7 on the racetrack. Tyler Schell out front, Chance Crum, Jeremy Zarfos, Rusty Kruger, Shea Powell, Kevin Click, Mason Hannigan. Likes and shares to the broadcast. Start some watch parties out there as well. That'd be greatly appreciated. Appreciate everybody tuning in here. All right, going green this time. 3 laps to go here in heat race number 2. Green flag. Tyler Schell right up against that outside fence. Chance Crum riding in the second spot. Battle is for third. Rusty Kruger, Jeremy Zarfos. Looks like Kruger doesn't have Zarfos doesn't have a front wing on that machine. We have one bouncing off the fence back here. Look like Shea Paulo. Mason Hannigan, he's bouncing off the fence. I think that car might be a little broke for him. So we're going to come off turn number 4 with the white flag in the air for Tyler Schell. Pulling away by almost over 1.2 seconds now. Battle for the second spot. Chance Crum, Rusty Kruger, side by side. Tyler Schell is going to come off turn number 4. He's going to win heat race number 2. Rusty Kruger will come away with second. Chance Crum third. Looks like Kevin Click's going to finish 4th. Jeremy Zarfo, Shea Paulo, Mason Hannigan. All right, going to get heat race number 3 onto the racetrack now. All right, starting on the pole here for heat race number 3 in the Kinza Racing Sim Team. DRC chassis profile by Sanford from Merlin, Ontario, Canada. That is Alex Smulder. Starting on his outside in, I think he is an Elbows Up Sim Team driver. We need to update our stuff here. Elbows Up Sim Team. Catch fence apparel number 82, that is Dustin Griffiths. Starting in the 3rd spot in the Elbows Up Sims Team number 37, that is Zane Scott. Starting in the 4th spot in the Black Diamond Motorsports UDTV number 6, that's Ryan Scheidt. Starting in the 5th position in the Kinza Racing Sim Team Mosaic Valley Transportation Wicked Cushion from Waverly, Nebraska, that is Cole Newhoffen. Starting in the 6th spot in the Farlow Motorsports from Rushmore, Minnesota, that is Dylan Workman. And starting in the 7th spot in the number 7, that's Jimmy Mars. Roger is race control tonight, so he is not going to race here in heat race number 3. Green flag in the air. Alex Smulders out to the early lead. Dustin Griffiths in that 2nd spot. His teammate Zane Scott on the bottom side, right through the middle. Still going to be Dustin there at the line going into turn number 1. Zane's going to throw the slide job. Dustin's going to slam on the brakes not to get into his teammate. Cole Newhoffen's going to dive to the inside. He wants that 2nd spot through turns 3 and 4. Zane on the outside. Cole Newhoffen on the inside. Couple cars bouncing off the fence back here. Got one into the fence. Looks like Ryan Scheidt, Jimmy Mars, both cars. Ryan Scheidt's going to come to a stop. He's going to exit his car. Alex Mulder still out front. A little bit of contact. Cole Newhoffen, Zane Scott rubbing on each other through turns 1 and 2 because Cole's going to get the worst end of that. One's going to fall from about 2nd to 4th. Completing lap number 4 that time by Zane Scott in the 2nd spot. Cole Newhoffen in 3rd. Dustin Griffiths in the 4th position. Dylan Workman in 5th, but Alex Smulders pulling away now by 1.5 seconds now over Zane Scott. Cole Newhoffen, Dustin Griffiths, they were battling there for that 3rd position. Newhoffen's going to take it. Dustin Griffiths back to 4th. Dylan Workman in 5th. Alex Smulders going to see 3 laps to go, this time by off turn number 4. Pulling away now by 1.6 seconds over Zane Scott. Cole Newhoffen and Dustin Griffiths. 2 laps to go. Second, third, fourth, and fifth on your screen. Zane Scott, Cole Newhoffen, Dustin Griffiths. As Cole Newhoffen puts in the outside fence. No caution as of yet. Smolders taking the white flag that last time. Zane Scott still riding in second. Dylan Workman, Dustin Griffiths battling here for third and fourth. Alex Smolders will win heat race number 3. Zane Scott second. Looks like Dylan Workman's going to come home in third. Dustin Griffiths in fourth. Jimmy Mars, Cole Newhoffen, and Ryan Scheidt. All right, we're going to get the Balducci Trucking pole dash onto the racetrack. Wait for all these guys to clear through. Going to go 8 laps. Going to have 6 cars. Going to get these guys to come out here onto the racetrack. Couple adjustments coming for these guys. Now we're going to get these 6 cars coming out here. Going to set the first 3 rows of tonight's 40-lap A main. Going to have Alex Smolders, Rusty Kruger, John Batista, Zane Scott, Michael Sheridan, and Tyler Schell. The 6 cars going 8 laps. One straggler coming. Sheridan. All right, we're going to have John Batista and Alex Smolders on the front row. Looks like having a spot for Mike Sheridan. It's going to be Tyler Schell on the inside, Michael Sheridan on the outside of row number 2. Rusty Kruger and Zane Scott in row number 3 going green. 8 laps. Green flag. Great jump by John Batista here through turns 1 and 2 right up against that outside fence. Alex Smolders in the second spot, dives to the inside. He's on the inside right up against that inside fence. Side by side at the line going into turn number 1. Looks like Alex Smolders on the bottom. Michael Sheridan right in his tire track. Smolders going to edge ahead going into turn number 3. Batista on the outside trying to find some grip there, but Alex Smolders just too good on the bottom side of the racetrack right now. Michael Sheridan right in his tire tracks riding in the 3rd spot on the bottom side. Tyler Schell riding in 4th. Rusty Kruger 5th. Zane Scott 6th. 3 down, 5 to go this time. Still Alex Smolders out front. John Batista closing in. Michael Sheridan, Tyler Schell right there halfway. 4 down, 4 to go here in tonight's Balducci Trucking pole dash. Throw a blanket over all 6 cars now. Alex Smolders, John Batista, Michael Sheridan almost 3 wide here off turn number 4. Alex Smolders, Michael Sheridan side by side. Tyler Schell wants to get into this battle. Good run there from Smolders on the outside. John Batista comes back. He is going to regain the 3rd spot. Tyler Schell 4th, 4 wide there back there for the 3rd spot. 2 to go that time by from race control. Great racing here in the pole dash. Alex Smolders pulling away. Michael Sheridan on the bottom side. Tyler Schell in 3rd. John Batista back to 4th. White flag in the air. Rusty Kruger in 5th. Zane Scott 6th. Good battle here for the 2nd position. Alex Smolders coming off turn number 4. He will win the Balducci Trucking pole dash. Tyler Schell will finish in 2nd. Michael Sheridan in 3rd. John Batista 4th. Rusty Kruger, I believe, Zane Scott 5th. Rusty Kruger will finish in 6th. What great racing there. If that's any indication on what we have coming here tonight, it's going to be one heck of a show. little bit of warm-up session for these guys. Some of these guys haven't been on the racetrack since their first heat race, so the track has changed a lot. So going to get some of these guys a little bit of track time before we cut them loose. Once again, appreciate everybody tuning in here to the Dirt Racing Network. Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series race here from Lanier. We will be back Monday night with the Dirt Slingers Race League. Monday Night Thunder Series powered by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. 2 races, 8 p.m. Eastern time for the first one, and then followed right after that with race number 2. Then the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series back Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Roger Wagner will have the call for that. They're back in action for the whole month of February and March, I believe it is. Then we'll be back next Thursday night for the Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series race here at 9 p.m. Eastern time. 1 week from tonight. So full week racing next week here on the Dirt Racing Network. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Don't miss it. Shaping up to be a good race. Got 23 cars. 23 cars. Lanier is usually one of the better tracks here on the service. So it should be a great race shaping up. Looks like we're going to get ready to advance. Right here. These guys are getting lined up here. I'm going to give you from 7th on back, because that's going to be the correct starting order. Starting in the 7th spot in the number 5, that is Braden Eiler. Starting 8th in the number 83, that's Chance Crum. Starting 9th in the 75, that's Dylan Workman. Starting 10th in the number 18, that is Austin Simmelman. Starting 11th in the 25, that is Kevin Click. Starting 12th in the number 82, that's Dustin Griffith. Starting 13th in the number 16, that's Brady Baldwin. Starting 14th in the number 19, that is Jeremy Zarfo. Starting 15th in the number 7, that is Jimmy Mars. Starting 16th in the number 80, that's Josh Stanky. Starting 17th in the number 21, that is Shea Paulo. Starting 18th in the number 11, that is Cole Newhoffen. Starting 19th in the number 3, that's Carl Hoffmans. Starting 20th in the number 1, that is Mason Hannigan. Starting 21st in the number 6, that is Ryan Scheidt. Starting 22nd in the number 22 is scheduled to be Carter Chevalier. And starting in the 23rd spot in the 888, that is Al Balducci. Looks like we got 23 cars. Carter did not make the call. It's going to be 22 cars making the call here tonight, going 40 laps. This guy's going to take the iRacing green flag. Race Control is going to rearrange those first 3 rows and how they finished in the Balducci Trucking pole dash. Once they are satisfied, we're going to form them up. We can get the greatest sight in all of dirt racing here. Getting them lined up here 4x4. The Dirt Slingers Race League Wicked Energy Gun 410 Outlaw Series race here from Lanier on the Dirt Racing Network. Appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. 4-wide salute for all the fans out there. All right, they're going to get them back lined up 2x2. All right, going to go green next time. Going to lap number 44 in the top left corner of the screen. Alex Smulders, Tyler Schell. On the front row, Michael Sheridan, John Batista, row 2. Rusty Kruger, Zane Scott, row 3. Braden Eiler, Chance Crum, row 4. Dylan Workman, Austin Simmelman, row 5. I'm not sure about that, actually. I saw a car missing too, but I'm not sure. Green flag. Tyler Schell on the outside is going to power right on by, take the race lead, going down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Alex Smulders on the bottom side. Side by side for the race lead going into turn number 1. Dead heat at the line that time. Tyler Schell on the outside. Alex Smulders in that second spot. Michael Sheridan third. John Batista fourth. Rusty Kruger fifth. Still side by side. Looks like Schell had it at the line that time. Alex Smulders in the second spot. Michael Sheridan third. Rusty Kruger, John Bautista battling fourth and fifth back here. Zane Scott sixth. Braden Eiler seventh. Austin Simmelman eighth. Chance Crum ninth. Kevin Click 10th. Great balance 2x2 all the way through the field here as we work lap number 5. Tyler Schell kind of pulling away now. Alex Smulders under fire from Michael Sheridan, who wants that second spot. Through turns 3 and 4 they go. Smulders puts it in the fence, keeps his foot in the gas, keeps it in the right direction. Side by side, still battling for that second spot. Sheridan on the bottom side. Alex Smulders on the outside. Rusty Kruger battling for fourth. Braden Eiler fifth. We have one around here. It's going to clear. It looks like Jeremy Zorfos. He is going to take it to pit road. His night's over. Still got 20 cars running on the racetrack. Tyler Schell out to almost 3/4 of a second now. Over Michael Sheridan, Alex Smulders, Rusty Kruger, Braden Eiler, the top 5. Austin Simmelman, Braden Eiler battling hard here. Got one into the fence here. Looks like Chance Crum puts it in the outside fence going into turn number 1. Gonna go back here and see what happened to Chance. It came down into Kevin Click. Both cars hard into the outside fence going into turn number 1. Chance Crum got the worst end of that one. Kevin Click's gonna keep his spot running in the 8th position. Tough luck for Chance Crum here tonight. Tyler Schell, Michael Sheridan, Alex Smulders, Rusty Kruger, Braden Eiler, Austin Simmelman, John Batista, Kevin Click, Zane Scott, and Josh Stanky. Going to lap number 47. Lights are out on the pace truck, going green next time. So we got 19 cars running on the racetrack. Started with 22, I believe it was. Al Balducci, Jeremy Zarfos, Chance Crum, the 3 cars that have taken it to the trailer for the evening. Pace truck's off. Green flag back in the air. Tyler Schell right up against that outside fence. Michael Sheridan about a lane or two off the bottom side of the racetrack. Side by side here for the race lead off turn number 4. Sheridan right there trying for the race lead, really making that bottom side work. Tyler Shell right up against that outside fence, side by side, wheel to wheel, going into turn number 3. Tyler Shell slides down, wants to get up right on top of Sheridan, still side by side going into turn number 1. Sheridan on the bottom, Tyler Shell on the outside. Michael Sheridan's going to edge ahead as they head through turns 3 and 4. Tyler Shell right back up against the outside fence. Might have tapped it there coming off turn number 4. Shell's going to dive to the inside now, trying to get under Michael Sheridan. Can't do it that time as they head into turns 3 and 4. Trying to get under him. Can't do it. Sheridan will keep the race lead going into turn number 1. 3 wide back here behind him. Rusty Kruger, Austin Simmelman, Alex Smulders, Braden Eiler. Great battle in here from third on back, 2 by 2, all the way back through the field. Alex Smulders on the outside, Rusty Kruger right through the middle. Austin Simmelman, Braden Eiler, all trying to track down Michael Sheridan, who out front. Tyler Shell closing in, got to under a car length now as they work through turns 3 and 4. Still Michael Sheridan out front. Tyler Shell in the second spot. Rusty Kruger, Alex Smulders, Austin Simmelman, Braden Eiler, John Batista, Kevin Click, Zane Scott, Josh Stanky rounding out the top 10. Great battle for the race lead shaping up here. Michael Sheridan on the inside. Tyler Shell on the outside. Shell's going to go into turn number 3, trying to take over the race lead. Looks like he's going to take it off turn number 4. Tyler Shell, new race leader. Sheridan back to second. Rusty Kruger riding in third. Alex Smulders fourth. Austin Simmelman in 5th. Great racing all over the racetrack here. Track's really slicking off. Still a little moisture there on the bottom side, and looks like some right up against that outside fence. Tyler Shell really working the top side of the racetrack. Michael Sheridan has pretty much kept it at the bottom this whole time, halfway. 20 down, 20 to go. Rusty Kruger, Alex Smulders still battling here for that third spot. Austin Simmelman right here in 5th. Braden Eiler 6th. John Batista 7th. Zane Scott 8th. Kevin Click 9th. And Shea Paulo cracking the top 10 now. Back to the front of the field. Tyler Shell's going to see some lap traffic dead ahead. Carl Hoffman's first in his sights. Going to go right around him. He's going to stay on the bottom side. Tyler Shell's going to bypass the lap car. Sheridan next in line. Rusty Kruger. Alex Smulders, 3 wide there for a second here for the 5th spot. Smulders on the outside. Simmelman through the middle. Braden Eiler, we got a yellow. Caution. Dylan Workman. Dylan Workman battling here with Josh Stanky, Cole Newhoffen. Stanky, looks like a little tap from Josh Stanky as Dylan Workman came up off turn number 4. Got into Stanky, got into the outside fence. Going to take it to pit road. His night is over. Re-racking it here. Tyler Shell, Michael Sheridan, Alex Smulders. Tyler Shell, Rusty Kruger, Alex Smulders. Austin Simmelman, Braden Eiler, John Batista, Zane Scott, Kevin Click, and Shea Paulo rounding out the top 10. Looks like we're going to lap number 50 now in the top left corner. All right, pace truck's off. Going to lap number 50. Green flag back in the air. Tyler Shell. Out front, Michael Sheridan, Rusty Kruger right there. Sheridan on the bottom. Tyler Shell right through the middle of the racetrack. Side by side at the line going into turn number 1. Sheridan on the bottom. Tyler Shell on the outside. Rusty Kruger riding in third. Austin Simmelman up to fourth. Alex Smulders back to fifth. But we're side by side for the race lead here off turn number 4. Sheridan and Shell. How they've been all night long here through the first 25 or so laps of this race. Sheridan on the bottom, Shell on the outside. Simmelman, Kruger, Smulders back here. Braden Eiler, the top 6. Still battling here for the race lead. They're 3 wide back here for the third spot. Smulders on the outside. Rusty Kruger through the middle. Austin Simmelman on the bottom is still the race lead, heating up as well. Battles all over the racetrack here. It's hard to keep everybody in the frame. Tyler Shell on the outside. Michael Sheridan still on the inside, still side by side. Working through turns 1 and 2 they go. 3 wide back here for the third spot. Once again, Austin Simmelman on the bottom, Kruger in the middle, Alex Smulders on the outside. 10 laps to go from race control. Anybody can still win this race. Tyler Shell edging ahead as they head into turns 3 and 4. Michael Sheridan still running in that second spot. Austin Simmelman third, Rusty Kruger fourth, Braden Eiler back to fifth. Alex Smulders fading big time back to the 7th, 8th spot now. Tyler Shell pulling away by about 4 car lengths over Michael Sheridan. Austin Simmelman. Michael Sheridan almost leaning on each other there going into turn number 1. Simmelman got a good run here trying to get alongside Sheridan. Sheridan cut him off there going into turn number 3. Tyler Shell still out front. Sheridan and Simmelman, both cars working this bottom side of the racetrack, kind of go from the same real estate as they head into turn 1 and turn number 3. Simmelman might have got the fence going into turn number 3. That time it's going to allow Rusty Kruger to close in. Tyler Shell still out front. Sheridan closing in. Got 3 car lengths now as they head into turns 3 and 4. Lap car dead ahead. Looks like Jimmy Mars maybe right ahead. We got 5 laps to go that time from race control. Michael Sheridan closing in now. Got it to within 2 car lengths. Sheridan's got the lap car right dead ahead in his driving lane here through turns 1 and 2. See if he can bypass him going down the back straightaway. He will. Side by side for the race lead. Going to see 3 laps to go this time by for the race lead off turn number 4. Still side by side. Simmelman trying to get up here. So is Rusty Kruger, Zane Scott, Braden Eiler. But the battle is at the front with 2 laps to go. We got 1 right in front of these guys spinning around almost. 2 laps to go. Sheridan on the bottom, Shell on the outside. Side by side down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. White flag in the air this time by for Tyler Shell at the race lead. Michael Sheridan closing in. Needs a good run here going into turns 3 and 4. Dives to the inside. Michael Sheridan have anything? No. Tyler Shell will win. Michael Sheridan second. Rusty Kruger third. Austin Simmelman fourth. And Braden Eiler will come home in fifth. Zane Scott, Alex Smulders, Kevin Click, John Batista, Mason Hannigan. Whoo, baby. What a great race here tonight. What a great race all over the racetrack. It was hard to keep it on the race, like on the different views, but kind of kept it on the main fight at the top of the pylon with Shell and Sheridan, both cars out front pretty much the whole night. Gonna get these guys to come back around. Gonna get these guys to line up here on the front straightaway.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Get Tyler to come back here. Perfect. All right. Rusty Kruger got a copy.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Great race all around the racetrack. Kind of hard to keep up with all the battles going on, but just talk about how it was from the driver's seat.
Yeah, it felt like a decent night. I mean, just getting some shakedown time before we come here for the pro qualifiers next week, I think. Just been kind of struggling with the slick tracks, but the boys at Swindell Speed Live Esports, being the Lone Ranger for them in this series, hopefully I put on a good run enough for them to be impressed.
Just talk about how it was running all over the racetrack. We saw guys running the bottom, running the top, some through the middle. Just talk about how the track was throughout the whole night.
I'd say it's about slick as a bone out there. I mean, the very bottom could work. Wasn't very comfortable trying to find moisture. Seemed like the strongest point was just to keep the car as straight as you can through the middle. And, good win to Tyler, I believe it was.
All right, man. Any thank yous before we let you go?
Thank Roger for putting the series on. It's always a good time here at the DSRL. Wicked Energy Gum, Wicked Cushion Esports, they put out a great product. Tim Sims, can't forget them, and Baldici Trucking. These guys helped put this event on, and of course the boys at Speed Lab Esports, they had prior obligations that they're committed to tonight, and good luck to them on that, and see if we can get them again next week.
All right, man. Congrats on that third place.
Thank you.
Third place, Rusty Kruger. Get Sheridan in the channel. Michael Sheridan got a copy.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Pretty fierce battle you and Tyler had pretty much all race long. Just talk about how it was from your vantage point.
That was a heck of a race with Tyler. That was a lot of fun. Some of the most fun I've had on here. It's always good when you can run with people that race you with respect and know how to race the right way. And he did a heck of a job, and it was a lot of fun. Track was a little tricky. I tried going up high for a while and just didn't like it, so I went back down to the bottom again, and then I ran about a lane off the bottom to the middle, and it seemed where my car liked it the best, and just tried to get by him. Thought I had him, and he got by me. It was a good race.
He was searching about the second half of the race. He was searching the middle to the top, and he even ventured there to the bottom a couple times. And you kind of stayed in that bottom half of the racetrack. Were you just searching? And I mean, did you kind of know guys were coming behind you too as well, but also trying to keep up with Tyler there at the end?
Yeah, I could hear guys behind me. I think I was pretty much running the same line as a few of the other guys behind me. And Tyler pretty much was staying up high, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to get by him by running his same line, so I just ran where I felt like I was fast, and he'd get a little bit ahead of me, and then I'd reel him back in, and it seemed like we'd be side by side for a while. Maybe I'd pull a little bit ahead of him, and then he'd get another run or two and get back by me, and we just kept doing that, and I felt like if I stayed where I was, that was my best chance to try to get a victory.
All right, man. Any thank yous before we let you go?
Yeah, thanks to Roger and DSRL for putting this on. Thanks to the Dirt Racing Network for broadcasting. Tim Sims, Balducci Trucking. I'd like to thank my teammates at Dave Blaney Sim Team, Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, 19 Design, and JZI Racing Photos.
All right, man. Congrats on that second place finish and a great race.
Thanks a lot and have a good one. Congrats to Tyler as well on the win.
All right. That is Michael Sheridan, who finished second. Get Tyler here in the channel. Tyler Shaw got a copy.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, man. I got you. Great race there between you and Michael Sheridan. You came out with the win there, edged him there at the line, but just talk about how it was from the driver's seat.
It was very chaotic, but it was fun. He would never go away. I felt like I would get a couple gaps, and then the caution came out, or he would just reel me in. He would go away, then he would come back, then it'd be side by side. It was fun, but interesting race.
Yeah, you kind of committed to the top. I asked him. He was pretty much set on running the bottom. It seemed like you went through the middle, and that's when he kind of caught you. And then when you went back to right up against the fence, he kind of pulled away a little bit. But just talk about how the track changed and how it was throughout pretty much the whole race?
The track changed a lot, especially with the restarts, because on the restarts it would you would lose all your marbles, so the bottom would be a lot more there than it was on the runs, because you could drive straight through the marbles and get some grip running the top, but that kind of all went away once caution came out. So I feel like that was a disadvantage for me when the caution came out, and then that kind of came back, and at the end of the race there, it just, I don't know, he got beside me, so I was just kind of trying to play defense at the end of it.
All right, man. Any thank yous before we let you go?
Yep, thanks for everybody putting this on. This is a blast to run this again, and you for broadcasting, and Elbows Up Sim Sport and our sponsors, Fairway Independent Mortgage Company, Hergot Real Estate, Catchman's Apparel, BS Air, Revolve Photographs, and Motorsports Beat, and the Paints by the Tutor Can.
All right, man. Congrats on that win, and hopefully talk to you again next time.
Yep.
That is your race winner, Tyler Schell. It's going to do it for us here tonight. Tyler Schell did pick up the win. Michael Sheridan second. Rusty Kruger third. That's like I said, that's going to do it for us here tonight. We'll be back Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, with the Dirt Slingers Monday Night Thunder Series, powered by Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. 2 races back to back. And then once again, we'll be back next Wednesday night, the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series, back 9 p.m. Eastern Time for that. And then next Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, here with the Wicked Energy Gun 410 Outlaw Series. So for Roger Wagner, Jeff Peterson, my name is Mike Peterson. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great weekend, and we will talk to you again Monday night. Good night.